Hello, you're listening to an episode of the Daily Riff, the official podcast for the Discord community Riff-Off. If you're not currently a member of our server, we humbly invite you here. Just click on the link in the description to visit. While you're here, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel to support our content. With high regards, we thank you. Enjoy the show! Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Studio 426 for the 105th episode of the Daily Riff, your podcast destination for all things related to our wonderful community. We are so happy to be back for the beginning of our 6th season on the air, and hopefully you will stick to being loyal to the show, considering that for the first time since Season 1, we are on every weekday. I repeat, that's every Monday to Friday, not Monday, Wednesday, Friday anymore. We're back to weekdays. And that'll be every week for the next 12 weeks, I might add. I also want to point out that we have some exciting changes starting this week, including the latest addition to our host team here. More on that later on, and on we go. So how was everyone's New Year's Eve? Did some of you spend time at Riff-Off's International Midnight's Marathon that ran for a mind-boggling 20 hours? Did you visit Times Square in New York for the first time in your life? Well, whatever your plans were, hopefully 2026 is bringing happiness into your halls already. And let me just take another moment once again to thank everyone who continues to listen to our show every week. We would not be celebrating over 100 episodes at this point without each and every one of you. Thank you. Here are your morning headlines. So, the second edition of RiffZine is out, everybody. Members can now download the second edition of the RiffZine in the server announcements channel, filled with fun news, appreciations, announcements in the server, and so much more, including member features as well. We have member birthdays, movie reviews, game reviews, all sorts of things. We have a fashion mood board. There's always something in store with the RiffZine. I like to think of it as like a slightly alternative but also paper version of the Daily Riff. So it's like a sister channel, you know. So go and check that out. And if for a friendly reminder, if you would like to promote any sort of thing that you may have, you may do so by purchasing a promo spot item in the Riff Shop. Then once you use the command, you have the ability to post whatever you're promoting. Make sure that the promotion follows the guidelines, such as, Discord server links, and the content is safe for work, of course. And on we go to the next part of our show, everybody. Well, a little bit early for the doorbell to be ringing, but it is time to reveal today's daily code word. Today's daily code word is ! Welcome back. Again, that's ! Welcome back. Enter that into the bot center for your daily Slick token, and it really is daily now because we're back to 5 days a week that grants you 1,500 XP and 1,000 Riff coins. And on we go. So, it's our first sideshow of the day, and it's the usual comedy class from the Queen of Laughter herself. It's time for today's edition of CARRIE'S Corny Jokes. Take it away, Carrie.
Hello, beautiful people of Riff-Off. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be. All right, today I got another 3 jokes for you guys today. Remember, if you want to send me in any jokes that you might have, go down to the community hub of the server of Riff-Off, of course, and there you will find the Riff forums. Scroll all the way down to request for Carrie's Corny Jokes and type your joke in there. I will accept or deny it there as well. All right, first joke I have is from YOLO. I told you you'd be hearing about this guy a lot. So YOLO has told me, again, what joke caught Gemini off guard? Jelly balls and jiggly balls. I was half tempted to not accept that, but I thought it would be just fine, just there. But it was still pretty funny. Love it whenever someone mentions another staff member in a joke because it's always the most creative thing in the world. All right, the next one we have from our lovely admin, Jez. First ever admin that I have at least seen. She has said, I told my guitar we're breaking up. Now it's just stringing me along. As someone that played guitar very miserably once, then Honestly, that's very funny. I love it. All right, and the last joke I have for you guys today is from YOLO. Again! YOLO has told me, again, because we can't get enough of his jokes here, I ordered a chicken and an egg online. I'll tell you what comes first. That one had to be my favorite so far. Alrighty, guys. Thank you, and I'm handing the mic back to you, Slick.
You know, I will actually say I wasn't going to, but in case any of you recognize those that does happen to be a rerun. So it's an older Carrie's Corny Jokes. But you know what? What better way to start than by reliving the memories of Carrie that we all enjoy? And thank you very much, Carrie. You know, I particularly like the one about the egg and all that. You know, which comes first. I don't know why, but that one strikes me. Not quite sure why. But always nice to hear from you. And on we go. So it's time to talk about our event lineup for today, ladies and gentlemen. Our first event today is a simple open mic that will be hosted by yours truly, except now in the Community Hub. First time we've talked about the Community Hub on the Daily Riff because it was introduced after Season 5 finished. And it's basically just for VC events. It's good for us because it gives people a chance, the audience members a chance to communicate with the performer a little bit more intimately. Shall we say, verbally, audibly. We always love it. And it's 1,500 XP and 500 Riff coins per performance, and we go in queue order. It's as simple as that. Now, on to our second event today is another edition of Rifty's Vocal Workshop. Rifty's going to be hosting it at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and check that out. And if you would like some feedback from Rifty, you might get your chance. And then our first Riff Casino session for the week is Wheel of Fortune, and that will be later on this afternoon or this evening. So come in and solve some puzzles with letters in them, you know, fight other players to death, and you could get some points scored on the leaderboard. Remember that we have a weekly leaderboard now as well as a main leaderboard for the month, and you could win Riff Coin prizes all month long. So that's all the event lineup that we have for you today, guys, as well as server news. So it's time to move towards today's advertisement break, brought to you by Riff Studios. We'll be back in just a moment, so don't you go anywhere.
It was a gloomy night, somewhere just beyond the mist.
God, I've been driving so long, I reckon my tires are fixing to write their own memoirs.
Or, I suppose, in the mist.
What the hell? Why is it so damn foggy over here? Why is there a billboard? Ain't nobody look at those no more. They're about as useful as a milk bucket under a bull.
Why, hello there. Welcome to Riff-Off.
Ha! You scared the tar out of me.
You were asking about the billboards?
Yes.
They're posts made by members to promote their YouTube channel, a cover, a talent, or their services. They cost about 2,500 Riff coins, but their promotions cannot contain violence, anything not safe for work, rule-breaking content, or any Discord server link. They could get timed out for all of these.
So why are they so dusty then?
They don't get very much promotion nowadays. It's a shame.
Well, no, I wish you luck. I best be getting on my way out of here. Got a farm to get back to and all.
Well, don't forget to look at the billboards on your way. Who knows? Maybe you'll find something of interest to you. Only one way to find out.
Thank you very much. That was the promo billboard ad. I decided to put that into today's Daily Riff because we were earlier talking about the promo billboard. And there you go. Welcome back to today's edition of the Daily Riff. Today is the 12th of January, 2025. I am your current host, Slick Hicks. But before we go on, I want to actually mention, as I said earlier on at the start of today's episode, that I would be telling you who the new host was. And the answer is Mika. Some of you may know them as Sprout by their username, but it is Mika. Mika will now be retiring from Traveler's Tea as of the end of Season 5, but now will be hosting the Daily Riff alongside me. So they'll be starting tomorrow, and you'll see them, or hear them rather, on Tuesday and Thursday this week. And I'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it'll be a little bit different each week. So stay tuned for more information on that. So if you like Mika, make sure to support them in the show as well as the show in general throughout the week. So on we go. So guys, our next set of news headlines, of course, as you know now, it is time for the IRL news headlines. So PBS, or the Public Broadcasting Service to be specific, a channel that has been airing for nearly 6 decades, has officially gone off the air thanks to the disappearance of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Many of the shows that have premiered on PBS, including Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and so many more, are now gone, and it is so sad to see such a nostalgic channel go off the air, and those who grew up in the channel will miss it dearly indeed. So, pandas are no longer endangered? Pandas, the cute bear species, are now officially no longer endangered after an increase in the bear's expanded habitat and wild populations. Woohoo for pandas! You know, pandas are so cute. I don't think they get enough attention. We should pay them a little bit more attention, don't you think? So, on to the performance board, guys. Take a listen to today's entry.
Hey. I know you don't want to hear from me right now, but I'm in a really hard place. I keep thinking about you and the fact that it's over between us. But I keep wondering, goodbye doesn't have to mean forever, right?
All right. Well, that was very nice. It was one of our actual newer performance board members. I don't think they've been on the show before. Their name is London Sings, performing a song called Goodbye Doesn't Have to Mean Forever, according to the file, that is. I actually don't know the song, to tell you the truth, so I'm just going by what I see. It seems to be really, really good, though, and thank you very much for that song submission. So, guys, we actually have a brand new segment today, and it's called Ven's Shower Thoughts. It's basically shots that you have in the shower, or basically going to bed. Just really deep thoughts, and Ven's going to discuss some of them that you guys have submitted to her. And here we go.
Hello, lovely listeners. I hope you all are having an amazing day. It's a day that you guys deserve. Now, my segment is where you tell me your shower thoughts and I share them. Isn't that great? I know, right? We're all into this together. So I picked two people per little segment. Let's get into it. So the first entry we had today is from Lovely. Hi Lovely. Lovely says, why do we pay so much money for trash bags just to throw them away? Like the amount of money that's being wasted. I really do like this entry. It's very interesting to think about it that way because truly we waste a lot of things in the world. So that just goes to show how wasteful we are. Like, y'all don't know how many plastic things get wasted and into the ocean and all that stuff. It's so bad. So take that into consideration as you make your next trashy choices. Thank you, Lovely. Our next entry is from Cheska. Hey Cheska. Cheska says, so a thought I have, basically, you know how people have golden birthdays, their age the same day as their birthday? Well, my friend and I realized, wait, if February 29th happens every 4 years, and 29 isn't a multiple of 4, that means leap day kids won't ever have an official golden birthday, because when they have their 29th birthday, it won't be a leap year because it only happens every 4 years. So, technically, they won't have their golden birthday unless they live up to be 115 years old. Thanks, Cheska. I mean, that's crazy. As a February birthday, I think that's a little wild. Because, like, I would cry if I wasn't able to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. That's the first thing. Second thing, it is really sad to see people, like, not be able to get their golden birthday. I don't think I ever truly got to, like, celebrate my golden birthday. I also don't really know the full extent of golden birthday, so it is what it is. Thank you, Cheska. Well, please enter more of your shower thoughts in the hub in Riff-Off Studios. Well, that's all from me. Then out.
Thank you very much for that, Ven. Interesting thoughts from everybody, from Cheska and from Lovely. And again, you can enter more of your shower thoughts into the Ven's Shower Thoughts thread in the Riff Studios forum, and hopefully you'll get a chance to be picked. And with that, we come to the conclusion of yet another episode of the Daily Riff. We thank you for joining us. And until next time that I'm here, I am your stunning, stupendous host, Slick Kicks, reminding you to stay safe, smart, and sensible. Goodbye.